Not and looked, but there's some spraying going on. People call it condensation, but you've got to do a little bit of studying and research. And if you look, it's way more than condensation. We're being sprayed. It's called chemtrails. They've called it geoengineering, stratospheric aerosol injection. Now they're saying it's a way to block the sun because the sun's getting too hot. How about leave the planet alone? I understand it's funded through the United Nations. It's only being done in NATO nations, which we are one of. Would it bother you if they took one of your kids by the hair of the head and sprayed him in the face with Raid bug spray? Because that's just about what's going on. I'll tell you what, when I first started noticing this was in about the mid 90s. Um, March of 1998, I believe. They were doing like they're doing today. And I was with someone in the park and I pointed it out to them and I told them, I said, watch this. I said, we'll either have a major weather event or people's going to be really sick. 2 weeks later, you can check this. 2 weeks later, towards the end of March 1998, the schools in Fort Smith, Arkansas let out because there was such a big flu epidemic. Um, if we had never been tested on before, it might be a something that would make you go, I just don't believe it. No, the Manhattan Project, the Philadelphia Project, they have done all kinds of tests on Americans in laboratories, out in public. This is being done. It's been done for probably the last 20 years. It's killing the trees. It's putting heavy metals in the environment. Those fires in California, in order for like a laser system to light something up, the way I understand it, there has to be heavy metals present. Lockheed Martin had and may still have it, a program called Project Bluebeam. Look at the fires or the so-called transformer explosions in Kenner, Louisiana, and New York. The sky turned cobalt blue. I've seen a transformer explode. They explode, they throw sparks everywhere, and there may be a small fire on the pole. And the explosion may have some blue in it, but it's basically a fire explosion. We're being tested on, we're being used as rats and guinea pigs. And if you'll look, go back to what Bill Gates said about reducing the population in the world. These elites think that if they get rid of some of the scum, that the world will be a whole lot better if we maybe leave less of a footprint. I'll tell you, I leave way less of a footprint than any of those folks do. A lot of times at night, I'll use candles instead of using electricity. Why? Because I like the natural light. My footprint's real small, so I don't fly around in a private plane. I don't run my big Cadillac down the road. Uh, so they're very misinformed, and it's time people wake up. I've been trying. I've been called every name in the book. I've been called crazy. I've been told I should have paid attention in school. Let me tell you something. I can break down condensation and explain it to every one of you in about 20 different ways. I've spent 20 years looking at this. I've spent hours and hours doing research, scratching my head, thinking, why in the world would someone do something like this to us? How about depopulate the planet just a little bit, because the elites think that they need to have total control and rule things. You go look. John Brennan said at a UN conference that, hey, one of the new technologies we're going to be looking into is stratospheric aerosol injection as maybe a way to help block some of the sun's rays so we don't all burn up. The global warming thing is bullshit. It's man-made, all right, and it's done by these chemtrails, I'm telling you. You need to wake up. You can call me whatever you want. Wake up. Start looking into it. People need to be out. They say, what can we do? What can we do? I had somebody say, what, you can go up and knock on the door of the White House? I wish I could. But if everybody knocks, if people get out in the streets and get mad, good Lord, they're killing us. Does that not piss you off? Or does the fluoride in the water make it so that you're just kind of whatever? That's what they did to the Germans. Look that shit up. Nobody will even get mad about that. It may be too late, folks. We may be done. Anyway, if you get a chance, look at the sky and look what they're doing to us. Y'all have a good day.